gentlemen, Fatback Greasy in the house, your true King of England champion, your former Greasy Revolution World's Heavyweight Champion of the world, and your current TCW World's Heavyweight Champion of the world is here tonight on this very brand new show right here at the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone and W/WWE Slam Zone, the debut of Brace for the Impact. It's a brand new show right here on the channel where we preview Impact each and every weekend for the Tuesday ahead of Impact coming up. And we're going to talk about every match that's already announced for each and every week right here on Brace for the Impact. And I have a co-host. He's going to be on here right now. And what, Eric? Are you serious? What is going on? All right. I got to bring Michael Miner in here, and then I'll be right back. All right. Bring Eric. Bring Mike. Oh my goodness. Michael, I got to go in. The Queen is calling, and I got a phone call real quick. So, Michael, why don't you tell everybody your thoughts on the breaking news of Impact moving to Thursday nights? I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, can you get the Queen on the line then? All right, thanks.
Well, while Fatback Greasy deals with the Queen of England, I just want to say this real quick. Impact Wrestling now being changed over to Thursday night is reasonable. Very reasonable, because not a lot of people watch wrestling as much on Tuesday nights, only with AEW Dark. I wish they would stay on Tuesday nights, but moving it now to Thursday is going to be a lot better. I think they're maybe going back to the original way that they used to go with Thursday nights instead of Tuesdays. I'm thinking it's maybe because of the ratings, because a lot of people are either watching the March Madness stuff or they've been watching most of the other things like NBA. I know sometimes they're on Tuesdays, sometimes they're on Wednesdays, because, with AEW, they screwed up with their schedule back in the day because of the whole NBA thing starting up. They had to cut their hours back. But, yeah, I can see being reasonable going to Thursday nights instead of staying on Tuesdays. But it would have been really cool to stay on Tuesday, but it's reasonable now going on Thursday nights. Hopefully they can get rid of the Twitch, because I really don't think, it's cool to see greatest hits and greatest moments stuff, but it's getting kind of boring. It would have been better off we saw Melissa Santos on there instead of watching same stuff over and over and over again that you like to see on Impact or on TNA from back in the day, which you can watch it on the Impact Plus. But yeah, it's really reasonable to see that. But yeah, I think that's about it for my thoughts. As I don't know, Fatback's away from the Queen now. If the Queen's done talking to him, so we can get into these the card for next week, because it contains, as you know, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I had to take that call. The Queen got a call from Ralph Stallion. Ralph Stallion wants a rematch against the Greasy Revolution World's Heavyweight Champion of the world. And you know what, Ralph Stallion? I might accept your challenge, but you know what? You will lose once again to the Greasy Revolution. But we also got breaking news right here on Brace for the Impact. Not only does Impact Wrestling move to Thursday nights, I'm going to give my take on this situation on moving to Thursdays. Well, they're going back to their original night. TNA was on Thursday nights back in the day when they were on Spike TV. I think it's a okay move. I mean, I don't think they should be running from NXT when NXT's moving to Tuesdays from Wednesdays, but that's just my opinion. But yes, they're moving to their original night, the Thursday that they had on Spike TV. But all in all, I guess it's okay. We got wrestling each night of the week now, but we can have the same show that is always Impact Wrestling, because Impact Wrestling owns the night where they're going to own Thursday night. The other breaking news we have is Rebellion, the big pay-per-view, April 25th, that was scheduled to be on April 24th, is moving from Saturday night to Sunday night, and it's going to involve the AEW World's Heavyweight Champion of the World, Kenny Omega, taking on the Impact Wrestling and TNA World Champion, Rich Swann, in a title versus title match. Not only do we have that big main event, but we have the co-main event of Finn Juice from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Finn Juice is David Finlay, Juice Robinson, defending the Impact World Championship, Tag Team Championships that they rightfully won at Sacrifice against the good drunks, the bad drunks. I don't give a crap of who they are anymore. Doc Gallows, Big LG Gallows, and Carl Anderson, the machine gun Carl Anderson, is going to get their rematch clause at Rebellion. And Scott D'Amore also announced that the X Division title will be on the line that night, where I wish it would be Ultimate X. I wish it would be, but it's not going to be. Ace Austin will defend. It could be. You never know about Scott D'Amore, people, but Ace Austin will be defending that title. I don't know. You have Chris Bay. I'll be talking about Chris Bay in just a minute. Chris Bay will not be able to compete at Rebellion, but Scott D'Amore did say the X Championship will be on the line, the Knockouts Championship will be on the line, and the Tag Team Knockouts Championships will also be on the line. Every single title on the line at Rebellion. Michael Miner, you're back. What is your thoughts on Rebellion moving from a Saturday to a traditional Sunday night pay-per-view?
What do I think of Rebellion? Moving from Saturday to Sunday. I don't care, because Impact Wrestling and Scott D'Amore took my show. They took my show. They took my TCW Rebellion that happened just a few months or so ago. Hopefully, it was sometime last year. Took my show. Seriously. But anyways, moving to Sunday, it's reasonable, but Rebellion getting all titles on the line. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It was Cody Rhodes, wondering where my last week's video was from Impact, from TNA, from AEW Dynamite. He wants to make sure I do this week because of the match that he's going to be in, an exhibition match. So yeah,
You're so mad about Rebellion. Well, why don't you tell you stupid Cody Rhodes he stole my Revolution? Come on.
I think Revolution came way before you even thought of it.
Well, I don't give a crap. That's all I have to say. You can tell him not to take it, because I own it now. I bought it. The Queen bought Revolution.
Okay.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the big news. And now we're going to talk about this breaking news that was announced by the Iceman himself, BTI. Chris Bay has been injured. They said somebody attacked Chris Bay backstage. They don't know who, but somebody attacked him. He's on the shelf. He can't compete at Rebellion and in the future for right now. So, yeah, it kind of stinks about it, because Chris Bay is an awesome wrestler. your thoughts before we get into the match card for Tuesday night? What's your thoughts on who injured and who injured it, Michael?
We already know who did. I think it's got to be Madman Fulton did it. It had to be Austin Aries and Madman Fulton that did it, because don't forget, he doesn't like he was just trying to make sure everybody got injured. So yeah, I think it was Madman Fulton that injured him. But my boy Chris Bay will get back together again. He will come back, beat the crap out of Ace Austin, which I really think that's going to go into the big pay-per-views, Slamversary or whatever big pay-per-view is next. I already know something big's going to happen with that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be Slammiversary, your next live pay-per-view in July. But yeah, when is Ultimate X coming back? That's what needs to happen for the X division.
I think they might bring it back for the Slammiversary, because I think they're getting close to, I don't know what number they're on right now, but I think they might have something, they might bring it back one of these times, maybe a pay-per-view of its own, because we don't forget, you got Destination X coming up pretty soon, so with them, I don't know how the heck they're going to do that, because now if Kenny Omega wins the title, that's going to be a little hard for that to happen. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. I hope they bring the Ultimate X if somebody cashes it in, or yeah.
And our last news item, because I have to do the news before we come into each match card. This will be our news section each and every week right here on Brace for the Impact. So our last news item is, Michael, Hardcore Justice was originally scheduled at 8 p.m. Eastern live on Impact Plus on April 10th, the night of WrestleMania Night 1, but it was announced this previous week on Tuesday night's Impact that Hardcore Justice is going to be a matinee show airing at 3 p.m. live on Impact Plus right before WrestleMania hits the air. Do you think this is a bad decision on Impact going at 3 p.m. and not going against WrestleMania? Because, like I said, Impact owns the night.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, there's going to be a lot more people being interested in Mania than they would with that pay-per-view. Because if they watch that, they're going to be like, oh man, they're going to have two things going on at the same time, like I usually do when I used to do with NXT and AEW. I will go back and forth watching it. I really think a lot of people are going to be like, oh crap, we're going to have to do the same thing that they do Wednesday nights with AEW and NXT. Would have to watch both shows at the same time, and plus with night two of night two. No, that's next. Oh god, that's coming up pretty soon. The NXT's Takeover pay-per-view. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I mean, if they're going to do it at nights, if they're doing it during the day, that's good. Because with the whole pre-show, I know a lot of people are going to be like, okay, I don't want to sit here and watch the pre-show. I'm just going to go watch this and that, yada yada.
Yeah, true. And also, you talking about NXT the April 8th, Impact's going against night 2 of Takeover night 2. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. But yeah, that's Michael Myers' thoughts. My thoughts is, yeah, I guess. I mean, I know everybody wants to see WrestleMania, but it's like, this year, it's like, who really wants to see Bad Bunny versus The Miz? Ain't nobody care. Nobody cares about that. It's a lackluster card for Mania this year, and I'm like, ugh. But anyway, I think Hardcore Justice will be the better show that weekend. But we're going to move on, people, to what's coming at you Tuesday night, Impact Wrestling. It's going to be BTI, the exclusive match on Before the Impact. It's going to be Raju teaming with Hernandez, taking on Fallah Bahh and Raju's former partner, Shera. How do you say that? I have no idea. But This is tag team action. Michael, your thoughts on this match?
I'm not looking forward to this match. Garbage. Not looking forward to it at all.
Who do you think is going to win? Your prediction?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Raju and whoever his tag partner is.
Hernandez?
Yeah.
Where is Hernandez, by the way? Yeah, you're big friends with Hernandez.
I don't know where Hernandez is. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's still the Mexican champion, ain't he?
Yeah, he's the Mexican champion. His Mexican title has been hanging up here for a pretty long time because I think he's been having a busy schedule and all that kind of stuff. And
my prediction on this, you have the feud between Raju and Fallah Bahh right now, or I'm sorry, Raju versus Shera, his former partner. They're going at it. They just tired of each other, and he's mad at Shera because Shera costed him the X Division title with Ace Austin. And then Hernandez is mad at Fallah Bahh from taking his money back a few months ago. And, his money went to Johnny Swinger, where Johnny Swinger used Hernandez money to open up Swinger Palace. So, yeah, my predictions, I have to say Raju, and Hernandez win on BTI. So, next, we will move on to the first match announced for Impact Tuesday on the main show. It's going to be Suicide, the Masked Marvel himself, taking on Brian Myers. I'm like, how did this come about? This is kind of random, but I'm guessing Matt Cardona is going to come in somehow. Michael, your thoughts? I'll give my predictions in just a minute. What's your thoughts on the match and your predictions?
Thoughts on the match. It's good to see Suicide on there, but my pick to win it is going to be Brian Myers because I think they need to work more with him with this whole pandemic stuff. I really think he should be working more, getting towards to becoming the X Division champion because I really think he deserves to have a title.
I agree. I would 100% agree on that. I think, my thoughts on this match is kind of completely random with Suicide, but I think Matt Cardona is going to get involved here, and we're finally going to get Matt Cardona versus Brian Myers either at Hardcore Justice or Rebellion. But to me, I think they should save it for Rebellion. That'd be the bigger match to play up for. But all in all, yeah, this is complete randomness. But yeah, I agree. Brian Myers deserves a title in Impact Wrestling. I think he should go for it. X Division would be great, but we'll have to find out on that. So next, we're going on to the next match. It was announced where this makes sense. We have Sami Callihan taking on Larry D. And the reason I say this is going to make sense, last week we had Trey Miguel took on AC Romero. AC Romero and Larry D beat the crap out of Trey Miguel, and then all of a sudden the lights went out. Sami Callihan popped in, beat up Triple XL, helped Trey Miguel, and then he hit his phone, and then he disappeared. So I kind of was like, what is he doing? Is he turning face? He's joining Miguel? We don't know, but this set up the match between Sami Callihan and Larry D this week. My thoughts on this is it's pretty interesting to see Sami Callihan kind of helping Trey Miguel, and then on BTI we had a big segment with Sami Callihan and Don Callis telling Don Callis that he's going to get his world title shot when the time comes, and he told Don Callis to tell Omega or Rich Swann, whoever wins that, he's coming for him. So my thoughts and predictions, I say Sami Callihan's taking the win with the help of Trey Miguel. Your thoughts, Mike, on the match and your predictions?
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be Trey Miguel against Sami Callihan, number one contender kind of match deal. But I'm going to go with Sami winning it. just to keep that feud going between those two.
That's awesome. What are your thoughts? Do you think Sami Callihan's turning face?
I hope he doesn't. I want to see him keep him the way he is right now. But if they do turn him face, I just don't know if they're going to or not, because I don't want to see that that kind of deal that he did back in WWE with the whole, lights out kind of crap and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to see him stay the way he is, because he's more dominant that way than he is becoming a face.
We're going to move on to the next match announced. It's going to be a tag team match. TJP, the former X Division champion, teaming with Josh Alexander, taking on the team of the X Division champion of the world, Ace Austin, and Madman Fulton. This come about after Tuesday night, where TJP came this close, people, this close from that 3, and Madman Fulton broke it up, and it was a DQ. Ace Austin kept the belt by DQ, but this led to Josh Alexander coming in to help TJP. Got the chair, he chased off, and Madman Fulton, Ace Austin ran off out of the ring. This come up to be a tag team match now this coming week on Tuesday night. My pick on this is I see another DQ or something. Maybe Josh Alexander turns on TJP because, he wants the X Division title. Like TJP wants his another rematch, blah, blah, blah. It would be cool to see, like I keep saying Ultimate X. I know everybody's like, well, I wish you'll hurry up and get your Ultimate X. Yeah, but you know what, people? Wouldn't this be crazy? Fulton and Ultimate X. You've seen in TNA back in the day, you never thought Team 3D would be an Ultimate X. Like a big guy like Bully Ray and Devon. But let's see Madman Fulton in Ultimate X. Let's see it. Fatal 4-way. Every man for himself, but it might not. It's probably not happening. But my thoughts on this is a DQ, all-out brawl leading to maybe a hardcore match at Hardcore Justice between Ace Austin and maybe Josh Alexander and TJP in a 3-way match. That's my prediction. Michael, your thoughts on this match? Your thoughts on the storyline with this involving Ace Austin, and your predictions?
Yeah, I think so too. With Ace Austin getting involved in the match, it's really cool to see it. I hope they continue with it and keep going with him, giving him storylines and stuff like that. Him as the X Division champion.
It would be awesome to see. Now we're moving on to the main event of Tuesday night's Impact. It's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a slobber knocker. What, Eric? Okay. You're going to ruin James Storm's 1,000th match celebration.
Uh-oh.
Holy crap. Really? What? So what do you want me to tell him? What do you want me to say to the world? Sorry about James Storm's luck that Violent by Design owns him. Okay. All right, Eric. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first from Eric Young, our producer here at the TNA Fans On, that Eric Young states he is going to ruin James Storm's 1,000th match. Oh, my goodness. And he said Violent by Design will take care of James Storm and Chris Sabin. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, but my opinion on this 1,000th match, I'll go ahead and give my opinion on it. It's big history right here on Tuesday night. These two go way back. Eric Young, James Storm goes way back. All the way back to the TNA Asylum days, all the way back to the Team Canada versus America's Most Wanted feuds. Eric Young has been in 96 matches of James Storm's history in TNA Impact Wrestling. So, 96, he's the top one. 96 people. So, Eric Young knows James Storm, how he knows every move So, man, this is going to be a great match. It's going to be a brutal match. Michael, my pick, I hate to say it, I'm a James Storm fan. I'm an Eric Young fan. It's hard to pick between the two. But I say Eric Young is going to make an upset Tuesday night. He's going to beat James Storm in the 1,000th match and shock the entire world. And Violent by Design reigns supreme.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Eric Young's going to somehow have Violent by Design and interfere in the match. But yeah, I could see Eric Young winning it.
I agree because these two have history. Like I said, Team Canada, America's Most Wanted. Wildcat Chris Harris has returned to the indie circuit. He has wrestled a match this last weekend or so. So it'd be cool to see maybe Wildcat come back and join James Storm in America's Most Wanted reunion. That would be epic to see. But we have beer guns right now. But yes, I agree. Eric Young's going to upset the entire world. So that concludes what's coming up on Impact Wrestling this coming Tuesday. Now what I want to talk about is Violent by Design Rhino taking on James Storm in a rematch. You've seen that previous a few weeks ago. I would like to see that. I don't know if it's going to be announced ever again, but I would like to see it at Hardcore Justice, a rematch between James Storm and Rhino. These two go way back from Victory Road 2007. Would you like to see this match at Hardcore Justice, Michael?
Yeah, I would like to see that happen. Rhino versus James Storm for his 1001 match. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be cool to see that. Do a rematch at Hardcore Justice. And yeah, but the thing is, what does Rhino look like now? And now I don't know if he's bald or what, but we'll find that out.
Yes, we sure will. And what is your thoughts? What's your favorite match coming up on Tuesday? What are you mostly looking forward to? I'll go ahead and tell you what I'm looking forward to real quick, people, before we head on to this big match announcement for July 8th. My big match I'm looking forward to Tuesday will be James Storm versus Eric Young.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm looking forward to James Storm's 1000th match in Impact Wrestling. So yeah, I can't wait to see what got cooked up for him.
And before we get out of here on the first episode of Brace for the Impact, it's going to be a 6-man tag team match. It's going to be Willie Mack, Eddie Edwards, and the Impact World Heavyweight Champion Rich Swann taking on the Good Brothers in the Impact Wrestling debut in the Impact Zone, the Access TV debut of Kenny Omega, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion of the World. Wait, this is a big match to start on April 8th on Thursday night, going against NXT TakeOver. Well, my thoughts on this is a big match. It's going to be big numbers. It's going to be good numbers for Impact Wrestling. What is your thoughts on the debut April 8th episode on Thursday nights, this 6-man match, Michael?
Yeah, I think so too. I can't wait for the 6-man match because Kenny, by God, Omega, our AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and the Good Brothers will win that match and show them what we truly are. We are the Forbidden Door, and you're not.
Okay,
good
so
night, and good night, bang.
There you have it. There's Michael Miner's thoughts on what's going to happen coming up in Impact Wrestling. So now, before we head out of here, we're going to give our updates and channel updates right here on the show. Like I said, this is the brand new episode of Brace for the Impact. I hope everybody enjoyed it tonight. Tell us what you think of the brand new logo for the show. It's right here in the corner here. So check that out. Tell us what you think. And also stay tuned each and every week right here on Brace for the Impact. We will preview each and every match that's been going to be announced on each week on Impact Wrestling. When Thursday nights hit, we will be coming on probably on Wednesdays for this show before Impact Wrestling on Thursdays. But right now, we will go at you on Monday nights. So, Michael Miner, that's some updates. We have the Asylum series coming up. I gotta get some contracts with Michael Miner to get him signed for that show as well. Laredo Pro Wrestling is coming at you as well. And don't forget, Laredo Pro Wrestling was on Impact Plus, the newest episode. They had a big battle royal after Friday. Lost the Lionheart World Heavyweight Champion to Yacht Boy himself, Mama Boy Bryce Canyon. So he's the new Lionheart champion, but we had a 20-man battle royal where Friday all of a sudden won the battle royal. He beat George North. He beat everybody in that match. Everybody. It was crazy. And he's going to move on to face Eric Young, the Laredo World Champion. Friday versus Eric Young for the title. We will be reviewing all of the Laredo Pro Wrestling. And don't forget, coming in a few months, it's being taped this weekend. 2 shows in Laredo Pro Wrestling in Georgia. Aces and Eights reunion is happening this weekend. We have Doc Gallows, Wes Briscoe, Nux, and none other than Luke Gallows himself, and D'Lo Brown is going to be there. No Bully Ray, no Devon, unfortunately, but that is what it is. But Aces and Eights reunion will be happening in Laredo Pro Wrestling. We will get to review that very soon right here on the channel. Those are all the updates. I'm going to send it to Michael Miner, and then we'll head out of here, and we'll see everybody on the Brace for the Impact the following week. So take it away, Michael, your thought, your shout-outs and updates.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you guys a real quick update. I know you guys were supposed to see an episode of TCW Monday Night Chaos last Monday night. Been pretty busy trying to get it all, trying to get a new match card made, so you guys get to see a brand new match cards that are now going to be part of the show from now on, and plus you guys will be getting to see the match card for the pay-per-view once I get it all made up and ready to go. But anyways, hopefully we can get TCW Monday Night Chaos going at the end of the month. If so, then we might have to push the April pay-per-view, the biggest pay-per-view of the year, to a later date sometime in April, but we'll have to see how that all goes real soon. Saturday night show, the AEW Dynamite Daily is canceled for the night for this week. I've been really busy trying to get TCW up and running to go. So you guys won't see an episode of TCW Dynamite Daily. They had the St. Patrick's Slam. There wasn't much there to watch. It was just mostly last week's show was better than what this week's was. So you guys will see next week. We have a match coming up, an exhibition match with Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall. I can't wait to see that match with Arn Anderson as a special guest referee. We have the new Pinnacle faction now with MJF, FTR, Wardlow, Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard. I think he's going to guide those guys into the big pictures coming up really soon, so can't wait to see how they do with that. But anyways, that's pretty much it for updates. Hopefully in the near future, gaming channel might be coming back with some video games. I'm going to try to see if I can play some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the campaign mode, or whatever kind of game I can find on the PSN Now type deal. But that's pretty much it for all the updates.
That is awesome, Michael, to hear. And we hope to see everybody next week, right here for Brace for the Impact, episode number 2, where we preview Impact Wrestling once again. Please tune in, subscribe to the channel on this brand new show. I hope everybody enjoys it, and we'll see everyone next week for Brace for the Impact. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. Take care. See you in the next one. We're out.
Thanks for watching the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone. Stay tuned next week for more fun, action, entertainment. Brought to you by GTN Productions. Be breezy!
What they missing is the path been paid for. That's why you get them top. I keep them on.